remix.
Baby, I better be in somebody's bunker because I am not going to be on the front lines. $150 a week for 12 meals? I see you, see me. That's why I like to see no shit when I'm positive. Yo, I'm anonymous beauty man enough for sure. We better watch this video by John Wolfe called "Is Diet Soda Actually Bad for You?" I would imagine it has some type of lasting effects that would take longer to catch up than regular soda, but I don't know. That's the plan. Watch the show me on. Wow, I haven't watched them in a while. Very handsome man.
Okay, this stuff can't be good for you, right? No calories, no sugar, no
I love the
problem.
hair.
Stop me if you've heard this one before. You're having a nice time, enjoying a little treat, and one of your smug friends comes along and says, "That's not good for you, you know." Are they right? Are you a sucker? Are you a big, stupid, gullible idiot, and they're a discerning genius that will generously guide you on the path to redemption?
Oh my
Or
God.
Are they a little right, a little wrong, and more importantly, just kind of insufferable personality-wise? Are diet sodas actually bad for you? Let's find out, if we can. I wasn't allowed to drink sodas very often as a kid. We didn't have them in the house usually. We didn't get fast food very often.
I grew up
and
fat.
I was homeschooled, so there weren't usually other kids around to trade with at lunch. So when I reached adulthood, I started going ham on the sodas. Anybody remember Sprite Remix?
Oh my God. I just waterboarded myself, bro. Fuck. But no, I don't know what the fuck this shit is. You gotta be old as shit to know what the hell this is.
Or Pepsi Vanilla? Come on, Pepsi, get with the program. Coke brought Vanilla Coke back years ago. Aren't you supposed to be their main rival? Chop chop. And don't act like this nitro crap was gonna cut it either. I'm talking a real soda.
I had that nitro bullshit. It tasted like somebody had ice cream and Pepsi in their mouth at the same time and swished it around and spit it back in the can.
Okay?
Horrible.
Anyway, you get it. I like soda.
Okay.
And for the longest time, I avoided diet soda. Wasn't there some study that showed the artificial sweetener aspartame caused cancer or something like that? Yeah.
Breathing causes cancer. Hello?
Yeah. I feel a lot safer with my 40 grams of sugar, thank you very much. And hey, it's natural to be skeptical. Like, you're telling me these drinks are no calories? Which means they don't cause any more weight gain than water does, but they still taste good? Like, what's the catch? You know the old saying, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. I mean, look at these Coke Zero ingredients. You've got phosphoric acid, aspartame, potassium benzoate to protect taste, or so they say. Likely story. Potassium citrate and asulfame potassium. Wow, that's a lot of potassium. Just what is all this stuff? Well, aspartame and asulfame potassium.
Potassium, gassium, fatassium, like, where's the calcium? I use calcium butter. I don't think it does anything, but
or
virtue signaling,
ACE for short, are both artificial sweeteners.
Ah.
The combination of the two is what gives Coke Zero its updated taste over the old Diet Coke, which just had aspartame. Think of the ACE as aspartame's handler. Aspartame gets a little overenthusiastic sometimes, and ACE helps mellow it out a little bit and give it a more natural sugar flavor. The aspartame ACE combo is not only in Coke Zero, but also in Dr. Pepper Zero and Pepsi Zero / Pepsi Max, among many others. Potassium citrate is closely related to citric acid, the stuff in citrus fruits that tastes a little sour. It's also a preservative and slightly combats kidney stones, which may not be an insignificant benefit. Potassium benzoate is another preservative, and phosphoric acid is yet another preservative that also provides additional sour taste. So all in all, you have 2 artificial sweeteners, 3 preservatives, and 2 flavor enhancers. And the other 99% of a diet soda is just water. Most of this stuff is pretty normal and is in a lot of food you probably eat all the time, but the ones that stand out are the artificial sweeteners, and those haven't been without controversy. Specifically, aspartame. The thing is, with this stuff, there's not just one factor to consider. There's many factors.
Oh.
The factors at work are very important.
Oh.
One could say they're crucial factors.
Okay. Can we?
And this video is even sponsored by Factor. Factor is
Girl. You know
50%
what? That was. You know what? He was doing that on purpose. I get it, but do that shit again. You know what? Girl, I'm not fazed by the Factor propaganda. I said I was gonna get. Was that Factor? This shit is in the. Oh, it's still picked up. Okay.
Off plus free shipping on your first box.
There's a lot to be thankful for this time of year. The first thing that comes to mind for me
How much
is
is
that
it?
Factor takes the stress out of meal planning. No grocery stores, no prep work, no cooking fatigue. And they got great options like keto and calorie smart. The second
Girl
thing that
bye.
comes to mind is that I'm also thankful for my wonderful family. Plus, they're flexible about pausing or
Sir.
days for Wolfe to get Factor. I kept seeing location is so confusing. To summarize my personal
Fuck with his shit, please. If you see this.
findings, the word I kept seeing looking into this was inconclusive. There have been more than 100 studies on aspartame, and somehow the slippery bastard is still allowed on the shelves.
You can't keep getting away with it!
They can't come to a conclusion on this thing already? The first study was in 1969. It's been over 50 years. If they haven't been able to reach a conclusion by now, then what, we're just supposed to assume it's safe? Ah, here we go. I knew I'd forgotten something. There was a big hubbub last year when aspartame was classified by the World Health Organization as possibly carcinogenic. Oh my God. Aspartame gives you cancer.
I knew it!
Yes, the World Health Organization did classify aspartame as a Class 2B substance, possibly carcinogenic to humans. However, you want to know what was higher up on the list? As in Class 2A, probably carcinogenic, and Class 1, which are known carcinogens. Well, they've classified all processed meat in Class 1,
Oh.
the highest category there is.
Oh shit! I got hot dogs in my fridge. Damn. Oh well.
Like ham,
Cancer runs in my bloodline any fucking way. So if it wasn't natural, I was going out by blood.
bacon, pastrami, for example, and they have those alongside
Well, processed isn't natural, but you know what I mean.
plutonium and cigarettes. So let's just say these classes aren't exactly on an even playing field.
I'm looking at
They
Factor.
also have all red meat in the Class 2A probable carcinogen list.
Wow.
And to give an idea of what that means, another Class 2A item is night shift work. Working the night shift is a probable carcinogen. To put this into perspective, this means that according to them, you're more at risk for cancer if you work nights than if you drink aspartame. In summary, this classification came out and people just read the
Science is
headline
odd.
as aspartame possibly causes cancer.
Okay.
But when you look into it, you start to realize a lot of things possibly cause cancer.
How do
And for
I
Class 2B and lower,
order
what
the
they're
food?
really saying is, hey, it's not impossible to get cancer from this stuff. Like, we can't 100% guarantee that you won't get it. And I'm sorry, but if this is the strongest language they can come up with after 50 years worth of over 100 extensive studies, then I think I'm fine with drinking some aspartame. I mean, if I'm not going to stop eating Class 1 pork tacos, which are delicious by the way, then I think I can handle a little Class 2B artificial sweetener.
Yeah, people just don't care. And also people need money, so I don't think they're also gonna give a fuck about getting cancer overnight. It'll be devastated once it actually contracts, but until then, this economy is fucked. I don't think anybody's gonna give a fuck about this bullshit anytime soon.
By the way, if you were wondering, class 3, not carcinogenic at all. So it's in the third highest category out of 4. I don't know why they didn't just call it class 3. Instead they call it 2B, so it sounds a lot worse than it is. As always, feel free to double check me on this and read up on it yourself. I think you'll be as underwhelmed as I was though, especially when you get to the part where the Joint Committee says it is safe for a person to consume 40 milligrams.
You gotta do a bunch of shit. I'm not doing all that just to see a price.
Of body weight per day.
Wait, I can just look up the price.
Which is a lot of aspartame.
Wow.
Like a lot. You're never gonna have this much aspartame per day. This part's really funny. Look, they say, for example, with a can of diet soft drink containing 200 or 300 milligrams of aspartame, an adult weighing 70 kilograms, that's about 154 pounds, would need to consume
$150 a week for 12 meals? I'd rather go to Denny's.
consume more than 9 to 14
Get your money, though. Get your money.
cans per day to exceed this intake. 9 to 14 cans is already way too much. But when you consider the fact that a can of Coke Zero only has 85 milligrams of aspartame, that means that you can safely have 33 cans of Coke Zero a day. Listen, I like Coke Zero, but oh my God, 33 cans. All right, are we done talking about aspartame causing cancer? You're less at risk for cancer drinking Coke Zero than you are eating bacon. Now, that doesn't mean that you can just drink all the Coke Zero you want. Please don't drink 33 cans of this stuff, okay? And definitely don't drink 34. That would be over the limit. All right, so the jury's still out on aspartame, even after 50 years worth of research. Apparently half a century is not enough. But considering the Joint Committee just told me it was safe to drink up to 33 cans of Coke Zero per day,
you know, what's the next social revolution? What's the next thing that's gonna spark an uprising? You know how the meat factory thing happened and all that bullshit was in the meat. So there was an uprising that caused that. I forgot. You know, the shit leading up to the world wars, the shit fuck on the goddamn of every social movement, basically. What is gonna lead to World War III? What is it? What is gonna lead to the color war? Because these are just things that are inevitable that's gonna happen in my lifetime specifically, but I just don't know what it is. Because all the bullshit that's happening now and it still has yet to happen. Baby, I better be in somebody's bunker because I am not gonna be on the front lines.
deciding it's okay to drink it. No, seriously, when I read up on this whole thing after it was published last July, that's when I decided to start drinking diet soda. Before that, I was too scared. And the reason I was too scared is because there were all these what ifs flying around. Asking questions like, what's the catch with diet soda, is a totally fair question to ask. And depending where you look, you get different answers. But beware, some people don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like many of you, I find that Google's search results are so full of ChatGPT written articles and just general spam these days that when I want to ask a question like, is diet soda actually bad for you, I have to add the word Reddit at the end of it to get anywhere. And it's a double-edged sword because Reddit can be a great resource, but it can also be a terrible one.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
For example, I came across this Reddit thread on r/no-stupid-questions, and if this thread is any indication of the quality of answers you get in this place, just wow. I would say I'm disappointed by the ignorance, but then again, this is Reddit we're talking about. I'll be honest, reading these answers pissed me off.
You know, you guys were coddled too much, because I do think there is a such thing as a stupid question. I do. I don't give a fuck. How the hell would it be the same as drinking water if water doesn't have any of the shit that diet soda has? Once you add shit to water to make it no longer water, even sugar, it's no longer normal water. It's sugar water. It's water, but it's sugar water. Once you add powder, it's no longer water at all, baby. It's whatever the flavor of the powder is. It's juice. So this question is so redundant, but somebody out there needs it.
So I've decided to make content out of it. Let's begin. The thread starts with user Georgie is here asking, is drinking diet soda the same as drinking water?
No.
Which is a question I had, and it's how I found the thread. Like, we read all the
I swear to God, if the answer is fucking yes.
ingredients earlier. Diet sodas are basically water and then a bunch of sweeteners and preservatives that have no nutritional value. So, isn't diet soda pretty much just water?
No.
The top comment from user LW School states, nutritionally, diet soda is like drinking salt water. So, no, it does not have the same benefits as drinking regular water. Comparing diet soda to salt water is a recurrent theme in this thread from multiple people, so strap in. The second top comment is from user Evil Sir, who doesn't answer the question and instead self-righteously poses for the camera. May I remind you, soda is not good for you, diet or otherwise. But that's not the question this person was asking, was it? They're asking a hydration-related question. If there's any difference between diet soda and water. Didn't ask for your opinion on whether or not it was, quote, good for you, a phrase that has different meaning for different people, depending on what their health goals are. User Suspicious Victory chimes in to say, even diet soda contains a ton of sodium.
Yeah, that makes sense. What he just said, because if you're diabetic, my grandma used to eat a Snickers and a can of Sprite.
My friend, 12 ounces of Coke Zero contains 40 milligrams of sodium, which is practically nothing. It does not contain, quote, tons of sodium. User Thunder75 disagrees with me on that though, saying that 40 milligrams of sodium per 12 ounces is, quote, like drinking salt water. And this is about where I started getting really mad. Setting aside the fact that I've tasted salt water before and can tell you just from that the sodium content is not comparable at all, screw it. Let's do the math. 1 kilogram of seawater has approximately 10.7 grams of sodium.
Damn.
1 kilogram is roughly the equivalent of 34 fluid ounces, or 2.8 cans of Coke Zero. So 1 kilogram of Coke Zero has 112 milligrams of sodium, or 0.1 grams. So actually, salt water has over 100 times more sodium than diet soda does. Damn, you guys weren't even close.
This is why you don't believe everything you see on the internet. Like, if that was a no-brainer before seeing this, it should be now.
It's like you just made it up, and then you said it. Bro, tons of sodium in diet soda. It's like drinking salt water. If you drink that stuff on a deserted island, it'll kill ya. User Told You So gave me a little catharsis in this thread, responding to this claim by saying, well, a teaspoon of salt has 2,600 milligrams, so you need to drink over 60 cans of Diet Coke to equal 1 teaspoon of table salt. And people use this amount in cooking all the time. To which user Wall of Chaos responded,
Yeah, that's milligrams.
Are you daft?
this is how Redditors act when they're out of arguments. They just start shouting. It's worth knowing that this person also tried to stage an intervention later down the thread. Just stop. Drink water, please, for the kids. The diet soda haters are so dramatic. They act like you're contemplating hard drugs or something. There is literally no reason on this planet to drink soda. None whatsoever. It provides you with nothing. You can make this argument with anything that's primarily done for fun. There's no reason on this planet to watch cartoons. They provide you with no benefit.
Lightweight, I don't give a fuck about what this nigga's talking about, because everybody on the internet, over 50% of the people on the internet are fucking slow. So this is going through straight through me, actually. Not even one ear out the other. It's going straight through me, baby. Like I'm an African sponge net. That's how much information I'm reciprocating. I'm filtering all this out because it's what? Bullshit.
Yeah, apparently this very simple question effectively stumped the No Stupid Questions subreddit. If only they renamed the place to No Stupid Answers, maybe we could have made some headway. This is what it's like looking up stuff about diet soda, though. Hard to get a straight answer from anyone. Everyone wants to go off on these rabbit trails. Like, I just want to know, 12 ounces of water versus 12 ounces of Coke Zero. What's the difference? Reddit user Boogie Bang Bang postulates that Coke contributes with kidney stones and artificial sugar helps cancer. Inelegant phrasing aside, I don't think I would trust information coming from this person. It's time to grow up and drink water.
That don't even sound, and then you just hating, so that's how I know you big. I'm gonna continue drinking juice and soda and shit. At the end of the day, do you? If you get cancer, cross that bridge when you get there. But you can literally get cancer by breathing, so nigga, we're drinking lead and rat piss. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit, to be honest with you.
Let's all take our behavioral cues from Boogie Bang Bang, the paragon of maturity, shall we? Back to my question about
Not
water.
the paragon.
Some people
Girl,
say that diet soda isn't
I gotta stop saying that.
hydrating like water. It's actually dehydrating. Not because of the sodium, though, but because of the caffeine.
Oh.
Caffeine is a diuretic, which promotes the production of urine, hence dehydration. Okay, well, what about the zero caffeine version? Is this one hydrating, or are you gonna find something wrong with this one too? Even if it did have caffeine, a 12-ounce can only has 34 milligrams. To put that in perspective, a typical 8-ounce cup of coffee has about 95 milligrams of caffeine. We're looking at roughly quadruple the amount of caffeine per ounce in coffee compared to diet soda. And guess what? Coffee's considered to have a net hydration gain thanks to, well, all the water in it. Someone posed the question, why does coffee dehydrate us, to r/biology, which I would trust a lot more than these other places to give actual scientific data. And wouldn't you know it, the top comment, which cites 5 different studies, answers, coffee doesn't dehydrate us. There's no difference in hydration between water, coffee, and tea.
Really?
I kind of feel like if coffee, with 4 times as much caffeine as diet soda, can overcome its potent dehydrating effects, then it would follow that diet soda can too. But hey, what about this claim I see floating around that studies show that diet soda is linked to weight gain? What mysterious substance within this magical can could be the culprit? Here's the thing with this, okay? Diet soda is 0 calories. When it comes to calories and weight gain, they have this thing down to a science. 1 pound of body fat is approximately 3,500 calories, give or take a few hundred. It's mathematically impossible for a 0-calorie drink to directly cause you to gain weight. One reason why diet soda may be
I can see it being a contributing factor to water weight, but that's so easy to lose. So,
linked to weight gain is in the name itself, diet soda. A lot of people drink diet soda when they're on a diet. And if you've ever been on a diet, you know that for every successful diet someone takes, there's at least one failed diet. I've successfully lost weight by dieting, but I've more often successfully gained weight by dieting because I rebelled against the diet. Everyone knows that Bible verse from the book of Genesis. He ate right for 6 days, and on the 7th day, he broke down and ordered the patty melt from Whataburger and undid all his hard
That
work.
is not in the Bible. Girl.
But he had a Coke Zero with that patty melt.
Oh
There's
my
all
God.
sorts of
I could go for a patty melt and some fries. That's what I like about what a sandwich out here. What a sandwich.
claims
They're
out
good.
there about diet soda that I either can't find a clear answer on, or it seems like there is no clear answer. One person says diet soda may not directly cause you to gain weight, but it can slow down your metabolism. But then another person says, no, that's completely ridiculous. Diet soda cannot alter your metabolism. One person says, well, the artificial sweetener tricks your brain into thinking it's getting sugar, so it has an insulin response. Another person says, well, actually, there's no conclusive evidence that sweeteners cause an insulin response. One person says, hey, diet soda increased my sugar
John,
craving.
why are you giving us the runaround? Is it bad for you or not? Because I swear to God, if I watch this whole video for you to say it's up for interpretation, just drink what you like in moderation. If this is what this is leading to.
And another person says, hey, diet soda decreased my sugar cravings. Tends to be inconclusive. I decide to conclude that this stuff is pretty okay in the grand scheme of things. Is it good for you? Probably not. There's no nutritional benefit and it's inferior to water. But hey, if you drink this stuff instead of a regular Coke with 40 grams of sugar, let me show you what that looks like again in case you forgot. I'd say you're probably coming out ahead there. Now, of course, you're gonna get these tedious hydro bros out there that will incredulously ask, why don't you just drink water?
Bodybuilders don't always drink fucking water. And if they say they only drink water, I don't fucking believe you, bitch. Just like I don't believe the bodybuilders that be like, oh, I lifted for 10 years and I never stopped. Unrealistic, not phased, lying. Girl.
I only drink water. No juice, no soda, no beer, no liquor, no milk, no joy in life. Oh, oops, Freudian slip there at the end. Like, yeah, you could have grilled chicken with brown rice and room temperature water with every meal. Or you could have some fun. Like with most things in life, I found that the most healthy route tends to be moderation. Just like it's not healthy to play video games for 18 hours a day.
Did I just say that? Didn't I say moderation? Didn't I say? I'm getting off. Isn't that what the fuck I just said? Yeah, take me off. I can't use my mouse. You know what? This is why I watch Disha now. This is why I watch that woman. Because I've tapped into a higher sense of myself and I'm just trusting my body. Do what you want with my body. All of this just for him to say, drink it in moderation. All of this. Pseudonyms before you go, don't tell people how you move. Show them I fuck with you, fucking with me. Meet me back here in the world. Somebody be at, and I'll be here waiting for your return. Trying will always be good enough because I had enough will to do so.
Since we bout to close out, I do an improv. Plus that nigga stoning me cause I'm rock hard. Bout to get exclusive, do something to get you rocks out. And I'm telling you all of this cause it's what? Improv! Surprise, bitch. At the end of the credits, bitch. More than a name and some ambience, bitch. More than some grammar and some edits, bitch.